It's election day in America. Well, in small pockets of America, very minor and very distinct places where the elections are meaning a lot for them and a lot for us as we prepare for election day in America in 2026, midterm elections, and of course, big time in 2028. But here's what's going on in your coverage of elections. Let's go back a few weeks. YouTube TV, owned by Google LLC, or Alphabet if you will, has dropped several channels owned by the Walt Disney Company, including ABC and ESPN, with a contract dispute between Disney and YouTube TV expired without renewal agreement. They actually killed that deal early, so a lot of sports you're expecting to see this past weekend didn't happen. The blackout came just before the general election in the 2025. Election day coverage happened now, and the busy sports weekends that are there. Now, Disney has publicly asked YouTube TV to temporarily restore ABC coverage for today, the 4th of November, because of election coverage, so they can get their guys on the collection path. And YouTube and Google are saying nada. YouTube's view is that they say Disney is damaging what they had together, demanding high fees and terms that would raise subscriber costs. So they're actually being Google, giving people discounts while they try to work something out because they're not paying for the Disney stuff right now. Disney is using the negotiations leverage to favor its own streaming services, essentially its platforms. But from Disney's point of view, they argue that Google, or YouTube TV specifically, is marketing itself in position to underpay its Disney channels, basically not paying a right and fees for their own channels and denying subscribers access to content they value. Being the best cord-cutting option out there, at least it was for me until they cut ABC, you can see how that works out. As I said, subscribers lost access to ABC, ESPN, other Disney-owned channels, basically going into the weekend. And that means big sports, big news, big entertainment program is not available on that streaming platform. But you can get it on Disney+. You can get it on Hulu, get it on those places like that. Timing in the election was what made it really, really, really interesting. While missing big games, I did not watch Monday Night Football because ABC was not there, and I didn't feel like logging to ESPN last night. Missing big coverage and a big swath of who's doing what for this election. And yes, even though I'm in Arkansas, I'm watching Mondami in New York, is a loss. Now, whether you are down YouTube or down Disney, hoping to reach a deal within the next few days is what you want to see, because you want the best TV possible. And, you know, we actually have YouTube TV as a sponsor, as a person we talk about. Hadn't talked about it lately, but we do talk about them as a great deal for cord cutting. And right now, they're not a great deal for advertising for any batch at all. Whether you think the relentlessness is dealing on YouTube saying that ABC wants too much money, or the relentlessness is on ABC and Disney saying that YouTube TV wants to cheat us out of money, we'll get some sort of answer. Eventually, they'll probably capitulate and come to some sort of agreement. We'll just miss out on some big sports deals and, of course, right now, election coverage in New York and Virginia and some places where it matters. Subscribers will respond going forward. We've seen a lot of anecdotal news about people leaving the subscriber base for YouTube TV and going to the apps they needed to get what they needed, basically increasing their own costs and their own actual details and all the issues by going to 4 or 5 different apps as opposed to one central location because they couldn't get from the one thing they wanted, ABC Sports. Trust me, ESPN, ABC on SEC and ABC, now the SEC has moved to ABC, was a big deal for watching it on my phone. Unfortunately, I was someplace, or fortunately, I was someplace where they had cable, and I could watch most of the games that were on the ABC, on the cable package they had, or DirecTV, same difference. Now, the dispute may actually pressure both sides to actually come to some good terms and get something that's going to work out. But right now, a dispute not wasted is not a good dispute. So we'll see what's going to happen in the crossfire, as maybe people want to see David Muro cover this tonight. Maybe they want to see more Abbott Elementary going forward. Maybe people will be complaining about not having Monday Night Football on their ABC channel, so they'll come back on that one. And the big thing right now is today's election day. You're getting loss of coverage on one channel, and if it's your favorite, you lose that channel to go forward. What are we going to do with this one? For the most part, because I have a whole family with all their channels on YouTube TV, it's kind of a pain to unlatch to it. We also have most of the other apps too, so that's a whole other deal, but there's supplements to the main thing, keeping the TV going here in the Payne household. We shall see how we will go forward going forward. I said forward twice. I know that was kind of silly. And we'll see how the numbers will work. People are giving up this streaming service to go someplace else because they have more stuff. By the way, other streaming services are doing the same thing with different pieces. It's not just for the Google folks. It's essentially the same thing they did with cable. back in the day, because your streaming is now your cable. Whether you keep up with your streaming service or go to somebody else, it's all up to you.